I've been munching these for kind of like a week. These are Manischewitz double chocolate coated coconut macaroons. And when I was a kid, I'm not going to eat that now. When I was a kid, I couldn't wait for Passover because I got those and I got the I think these are the original pistachio and orange. We're going to do one more Passover uh, uh, show, and we're going to show how food is a way of people from all walks of life can get together and learn about each other. This is Mark Alyn Cooks, and we're going to celebrate Passover with Manischewitz. Memories. I can't begin to tell you all the memories I have of Manischewitz products. All right, here we go. And that was, of course, a kosher for Passover pizza. Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Alyn. Thanks for tuning in. If you are any place and you are watching, please let us know. Say hello to us because we'd love to talk to you. Well, chat with you, if you will, here on the program and show you how it's live. Now, we're going to go to New Jersey and we're going to meet a young woman who is I think you're the CMO, Chief Marketing Officer for Manischewitz and its parent company, correct?
Correct. That's correct, Mark.
And
Thanks for having me.
Oh, our pleasure. Thank you. My only complaint, okay, Shani, is
Yeah,
very, very simple, okay? Shall I tell you what the complaint is? The complaint is
absolutely.
you sent these and I'm eating them. They're so good. And I remember when they were in cartons. They were in
Canisters,
canister.
those tin canisters, yeah.
And what I would do is my dad and mom would buy them. And they'd be there a few days before Passover. I couldn't wait. I'd open them up and eat them before. I'm doing the same thing now. So thank you, Betty.
Oh, you're welcome. We should have sent two of each, I guess. So you
Yeah.
have your noshing done before this segment, and then you'll have the one for the recipe.
We've got, Rita Cohen is there. Hello, and she's ready to cook. Well, we are ready to cook. We usually start our show with a toast. We're going to do a toast, but we're going to say the 4 cups of wine for the Saviors. Now, um, I really appreciate this because I think that food is a way of getting people to learn about each other. Would you agree with that? Isn't that part of the rebranding of Manischewitz?
Absolutely. I think that that's something that we were thinking about a lot the past couple of years, especially since we rebranded, with the intention of reaching people that have maybe not necessarily uh, visited a Seder or maybe not necessarily had Jewish food before. We really wanted people from all faiths, all walks of life to come and try our foods. And that's really something that we strive for with this brand. Obviously, our tradition is in Jewish heritage and food, and we have a core audience there. And we are embracing, anyone who's curious about our cultural traditions.
I think this is great. We both have the same traditions, you and I, uh,
hmm
uh, but you may be a little bit more into it than I am.
Well, you never know.
You know,
I think maybe yeah. So that's the beauty of this brand. When I talk to people about the brand, and I've been doing that a lot in the past month, I what I'm hearing is that there's a very very strong nostalgia and tie to this brand, and it really doesn't matter how you are how you are Jewish or how you are if you're traditional
yeah.
or if you're more tied in. It has nothing to do with the nostalgia, this kind of collective nostalgia that I'm hearing, this joy for the brand and love for the what it represents. This brand has been around for over 130 years, so it's seen a lot, and it's really kind of like carried on throughout the history of American jewelry, I would say. And along the way, it just picked up so many different types of consumers that it doesn't really matter, again, your level of tradition, a faith, observance. It's
Well,
just
we're going
you
to
can
start.
connect with the brand.
We're going to start, and you're going to tell me what to do. Earlier today, and let's see if we can go to this camera. Um, I took some of the processor crumbs, and what we're going to do is we're going to make an ice cream sandwiches. Yes, thank you. We're going to make ice cream sandwiches, and we're going to take out our ice cream so that it's not frozen, so that I can work with it a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the butter and put it in here, and and the second dish we're going to make is a matzah brie. I actually saw it pronounced online as a matzah brie. I thought that was kind of funny. The matzah brie, and we'll talk about that because I remember as a kid, again, memories having Manischewitz matzah at so, before I'm going to have the butter. How many products, kosher products, do you need those Manischewitz?
So the sound was a little low. I don't know if I heard you correctly. I think, Mark, you asked me how many products we have.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we have many products, over 150 products that we sell, not just over Passover, even though Passover is like our Super Bowl, right? Like that's really when people come to buy. We sell it 365 days a year, but we have a very large portfolio. Selling just all types of traditional products and some not traditional if you look out there. But yeah, to answer your question, we've got quite a lot out there.
Got it. We seem to have an audio issue, and I'm going in and out, so we'll try to adjust that. All right. Right now, I'm going to take this melted butter. I'm going to mix it into this and make kind of a batter, a paste, and it goes in real well. Now, I love macaroons because I like coconut. And
Yeah, I think Mark, like this, macaroon, the coconut or the macaroon has become like a quintessential like Passover product. And what I love about this recipe is it takes it to a different form. It really gets creative. Like you don't have to just be having it, right out of the bag. You can make it into an ice cream sandwich, and it takes all these forms. You mash it up and you make it into like a cookie, or you can make it into a crust for a pie. So this is just a really cool way to use a macaroon.
so, how thick should this be? I'm not going to make it perfect.
Oh, and it doesn't have to be that thick. I mean, you want to remember it's a ice cream sandwich. So it should be like a quarter of inch thick, I would say. You want to make sure that you have a substantial cookie part. This is really the cookie part of the ice cream cookie.
Got it. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disappear. The recipe, which we'll have up on our website tomorrow, um, will be we'll have it up tomorrow. It cooks for about 10 minutes. Is that correct? About 15 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your oven. Like, everyone knows it, but I would say check it after 10 minutes. It could be done then. If not, give it a couple of more minutes.
And it's similar to how you make Easter products such as peeps, which are little marshmallow things, and I love those too. I like anything, almost anything sweet, I think, is what it is. All right,
Yeah.
we're going to make a matzah brie now, and this we'll do start to finish. Um, we're only going to make one matzah. Maybe we'll make two. Got 2 eggs. I've got 2 eggs, so I can use 2 more. Oh, hello, Melissa. And where are you writing in from, watching from, Melissa? Um, so I've got 2 matzahs here. We're going to crumble them, and I'm going to put them into some water.
Yeah, you got to soften those matzahs up for matzah fry.
I'm sorry?
So you got to soften the matzahs up, right?
Yeah,
if you're
right.
making the matzah fry. Absolutely.
And it doesn't have to be in there for a long time either.
No.
By the way, this is my first matzah fry because in our home, Carol has always made the matzah fry.
Yeah, I have memories of my dad making matzah fry. I mean, my mom and my grandmother were in charge of literally every other thing that we ate over Passover.
Yes.
And yes, and his domain was the matzah fry. He was the cook for the morning, and it was always a breakfast item. And
Yes.
now, even when I'm heading home next week for Passover, and he still makes it for us. For now, for my kids. So it's a very for me, this one hits home.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to drain this now because the matzahs inside are and now I remember my dad making matzah fry as well, and it was always a treat. And Carol will make it every now and then as well.
It's like the Passover French toast, right?
It is, yes, it's Passover French toast without the toast. And you
Without
have,
the toast.
and I said this to you before we went on the air. I like it with maple syrup, but you have to be careful because you want to make sure there's no corn syrup or in it.
Right. If you head down to a Passover section in like any major retailer, they have their special kosher for Passover section. There are maple syrup products that are kosher for Passover. We live in a very lucky time where there's hundreds of products that are kosher for Passover, unlike that was like 50 years ago when there was basically the products behind me. I would say matzah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of different
Fish.
flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to turn on our oven, our stove. You're watching that. Okay, good. All right. Are kosher foods for more than just Jewish people? And Sam, thank you very much for your comment. Sam, appreciate it. Are kosher foods for more than just Jewish people?
No, not at all. I mean, what started as, I'm speaking from the brand's perspective, what started as serving needs of the Jewish community and ends up now as a way to break bread and come to the table. And I think what we really feel like, when you come to a table with someone and start, eating and sharing, that's really when the real conversations can start happening. And you do not have to be Jewish to enjoy Jewish foods.
Right.
Not at all.
And one of the things that I like about food and doing this show is that we get to talk about all kinds of different foods. In a few weeks, we're going to be doing Korean food.
Yeah, nice.
We've done a lot of vegan and vegetarian foods. And people from all walks of life. Now, I noticed
Mark, I lost your audio again. I don't know if you can hear me.
Can you
I'm
hear
watching
me?
Butter. Yeah, I can hear you now. Awesome.
Ah, great. Oh, this is good. Heidi is in Louisville, and she loves Manischewitz products. As
I'm
I
so
put
happy to
this,
hear that.
yeah. Um,
I wish I was there to smell. I can come. It smell. It's coming through the screen. You know the aroma of like the matzah and the fried eggs.
I have to tell you that we're trying to develop smell-o-vision. Um, we're looking for investors. No, just kidding.
Listen, if you could break that code, I'm telling you.
This
I
is
once wanted to put scratch and sniff on our labels, so that people could
ah
smell. And it's just like the soups, you know, just like that smell of like a matzo ball soup when you come into your mom's house. And that'd be something.
Sam wants a Cuban version of matzah bride. Yes, if you know that, Sam, this is basically uh, matzah bride is not only an Ashkenazi or Eastern European dish, but it's also something that Sephardic Jews make as well. I like a lot of the Sephardic foods because they're zesty and spicy and full of
Yeah.
olives, and they're really good. Um, um, a lot of the Ashkenazic foods are not. I mean,
You can teach
they're
us a thing
based.
or two
Yeah,
about spices. Yeah, I would say so.
yeah. All right. Carol, I need two things. I need a spatula because I forgot. We always forget something. Yeah. Not sure. I'm hoping people can hear us.
I could hear you. I don't know if
Got it.
everyone.
I'm, I think I know what the issue is, so it's okay. I can't do anything about it. I'm going to make this a scramble rather than a matzah, like a pancake. A
You know
French.
what I've noticed, Mark? I live in New York City. Our offices are in Bayonne, but there are certain restaurants in New York City that are serving matzo fry, not on Passover, as a trendy dish.
Yes.
So, right? Have you seen that?
Yeah. In delis, I can think of
Yeah.
uh, in delis they'll have it.
Hmm.
And I think that's and all year round, and we'll make it all the time. I mean, as we go through we're using traditional matzah. You also send some lots of whole wheat matzah amongst, we've got muffins, we have everything. You even make
Hmm.
the fish, which is
We do.
right, which is
We
almost
do.
as good as what your grandmother makes, right?
Yeah, I would have to say that it's very good, but it doesn't compare, but almost as good. And it's so funny because I was just talking to someone about how gefilte fish has gotten a bad rap, um, perhaps because it's in a jar and it's fish and
Yeah,
it's packed in
it's
jelly.
as a
There are a few
kid.
factors.
Yeah, as a kid, I loved it. I still do. A couple of weeks ago, with our friend Judy, we made it here on Mark Allen Cooks. All right.
Oh wow. Yeah, but I really encourage people to give it another try because I had it tasted here and I was like, oh, I wasn't so excited
Whoa,
about it, but it was really good.
did that work? Do I
That
get
looked
an
great.
award? Okay. Brian,
That
yes.
looks great.
Oh, does this smell good? Yep.
I'm hungry.
All right. I'm going to turn off our oven, and the matzo brine is just about ready. So what I'm going to do is I took a piece of it already.
I do it savory. I'll put like some cream cheese and jam on top of matzo fry,
Oh, yeah.
um, or cream cheese and lox. Have you tried
Oh,
cream cheese and lox with matzo fry?
Well, that sounds good. I love lox, of course. Um, there are
Very
people
good.
who don't like lox.
Right, just suggestions, you know.
No, and if you go to the website, which is manischewitz.com, there are a lot of recipes there. You can go to kosher.com as well.
Yes, so either Manischewitz.com has our recipes using our products, and then there's also kosher.com, an affiliate site that has, I would say, at this point, over 12,000 recipes,
Oh my.
all geared towards Jewish lifestyle and living. Like it's all like lifestyle is, again, you don't have to be Jewish to visit the site, but it's geared towards the holidays, the Passover, Rosh Hashanah, and like really fabulous recipes to make for your friends and family.
And
So
again, it's
definitely
a
check it out.
great way of learning about another culture. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. I get to eat this new.
I know. I'm so jealous. I'll just drink some of my water while you eat it.
Oh, this brings back so many memories.
I like when you get like the crispy of the egg and then you get the matzah texture. It's
Mm,
just oof. Put a little salt on top.
mm,
Well, you have the maple syrup, so you're going sweet.
right. I'm eating, and I shouldn't be. I need to. I need to now. I need to take this away.
Yeah.
Oh, Carol, I need the ice cream. See, this is bubbly. This may be a little hot. Okay. Now we have it's almost like a pancake, and so what I'm going to do. No, it didn't cook. It didn't bake enough. It didn't
No?
bake. No. Um, but
You know what to do?
right.
Oh, I guess we could throw it back in, or you can make it as a crumble on top of ice cream.
We're going to do it that way. Um,
Yeah. Listen, you have to be responsive in the kitchen, right? Like roll with the punches.
what? This has some color. Okay. So we have this, and we have some Tillamook old-fashioned vanilla. I don't know if you can get that back there. It's a good ice cream. I was looking for something. Okay. Here we go. And then I'm gonna scoop some of this out. It is hot. I goofed.
I feel like we just invented a new recipe together.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
even better than the first. Like, who
you
doesn't like a crumble on top of ice cream?
you saved the show because you you thought quickly. This is the best part of the show because I get to eat. Here we go. Mm. The crunchiness of the macaroon is amazing. Yes, yum, says Rena.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Rena, when you were a kid, did you have matzo brine? And anybody else who is watching, did you have matzo brine? In your family? Let me know. Um, it brings back such memories for me. Of my,
Yeah, and you can visit, you can go to manischewitz.com and get this recipe, or you could use the new recipe that we just created here.
yeah,
Either one.
yeah. If it
Also,
doesn't, yeah, Go ahead. I'm eating. You talk.
I'm gonna just give you some space to eat. No, I was also saying if there's any other interesting things that you can think of that you do to do with a macaroon. Like I mentioned, pushing it down to make a pie crust, like a coconut pie crust. But like I think there's more than that. So if anyone has another pizza brie,
Yeah, pizza brie. I think that's actually. I think I saw a pizza. Um, there's a cappella group called 613, and they do parodies of songs, and they did a pizza based on Mamma Mia, ABBA, and it was,
mm-hmm.
and there was a recipe on the site that I was looking at, a kosher pizza. You have a matzah crust and tomato sauce and whatever else that you want to put on it. It's pretty interesting.
My kids love matzo pizza. That's what we call it at home. And after Passover's over, they still ask for it. Like they will be like the next day they'll either ask for matzah and cream cheese, which is their another favorite, or matzo pizza. And I'm like, well, you guys, we can have bagels. And they're like, no, no, I want the matzo pizza. So
How old are your kids?
I have a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 5-year-old,
Oh my
almost
goodness.
6.
You had to think about that.
I did. Sometimes I get corrected by them. They're like, I'm actually 6 now.
Do
um,
you often just say "Hey you" rather than give a
um,
name?
I, no, I do more like I'll just say the wrong name a lot. I just and will just keep correcting myself until I get it right, and it takes a few tries sometimes.
Yeah. Carol used to go Josh, Carly, Mark. Okay.
Yeah,
Josh and Carly are our
like that.
kids. I'm Mark. She didn't know who she was yelling at.
By the way, I do say my husband's name too sometimes. I throw him in the mix. I get confused. So you know what? We have a lot going on, women. There's a
You
lot
got
in a lot going on in here.
listen, Shani. I really appreciate your time today. Sorry about the audio issue. We'll try to get that fixed for next week. Um, next week.
Thanks for having me.
I'm sorry.
I said thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. I want you to hold on, okay? Don't go away. I'll let you go
Okay.
because you've got to drive home. I know that. You're in the test kitchen at Manischewitz headquarters, correct?
That's right. That's
Okay.
right.
All
I'm
right. Good.
a glimpse on it
Wait,
right
wait.
there.
One last thing. Manischewitz
Yeah.
started, and I forgot to mention this, that started because Dove Manischewitz created a machine to bake matzahs because up until that time they were all made by hand.
Yeah. So he started making matzahs for a community. In the beginning, it was hand, but then he realized, as every good business person does, I need to scale. How do I scale? I
Hmm.
hand matzah. That's so he actually, yeah, he patented the first machine, fully machine matzah. The square was a byproduct of economics. Because what is the shape that makes the least waste? A square. So this square that we're all familiar with, we
Right.
all know that that his imagination, and came from necessity. But yeah, he invented that, and it was pretty wild.
Yeah, and everybody makes it that way. And
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken, Manischewitz is the world's largest producer of matzah.
Yeah.
Wow. How many pounds of matzah? I'm putting you on the spot.
You're putting me on a spot, but we do like a lot of fun. We'd say, we make enough matzahs to reach the Eiffel Tower. We bake enough right matzahs, and this is all true. The volume of our matzahs a year can go across America. That we make a lot of matzahs again all year round. We do sell obviously most of it on Passover, but people are actually buying matzah all year round. And proof is in the pudding. My kids asked for it after Passover, so I'm thinking, listen, what are the ingredients in matzah? It's flour and water.
Water, flour, and water.
That's it. It is the most wholesome product out there, natural product out there. And if there was no Passover, even though there is, and that's why matzah was invented, I think people would be eating it even all year round anyways, because it's such a good cracker.
Well, it really is, and I love it. It's neat. By the way, we've just been invited to the Seder finally, um, and we don't have to go to Louisville. Okay. Anyway, hey, listen, thank you very much for.
Thank you so much.
I hope you had fun. Sorry we were a little bit mashugana,
No worries.
but we appreciate it. Hold on.
All good. Thanks, Mark.
Next week, here on Mark Allen Cooks, we're going to Spain. Well, we'll actually go to Miami, but we're going to be featuring some Spanish dishes that will knock your socks off. They really will. We've got some olives and olive oil. We're going to make some things with that next week, right here on Mark Allen Cooks. Shani, hold on. We'll be back next week. Have a great Passover, everybody. Bye bye.